complicated moment. And actually, this complicated moment can give rise, can be a jump start for an exit strategy from the war by getting all the hostages out and having a final deal on the table and a proposal for the day after, which will have the pillars of the Middle East based on this regional cooperation. I mean, we all share the threats from Tehran. We all share the desire to move forward and have strong relations. You can see the incredible relations with the Abraham Accord countries. You can see the tissues of relationship that have evolved dramatically. And I can tell you that the potential is unbelievable. My vision, really the vision that has been laid out by the US administration, also by President Trump, the connectivity between Israel all the way to India through the Middle East, through Saudi and the Gulf states, can be a major sea change also for Britain, because it will connect Britain to Southeast Asia and the United States to Australia through the Eastern Hemisphere. It's a huge change.
Again on the aisle.
Thank you, President Herzog. Jane Prinsley from the Jewish Chronicle newspaper. President Herzog, young Jews in this country and in other Western states are turning against Israel over this war in Gaza. Are you worried about this in an existential way for the Jewish state? And what's your message to them?
My message is to all Jews around the world that we respect, love, and care for them and their well-being. It's legitimate to have a debate. I invite people to come and see for themselves. There are also many, many, many young Jews who care and support Israel. I heard there was a very impressive rally last Sunday with about 70,000 people demonstrating. I can only regret the fact that the BBC and other outlets did not report about it, because that's a very important statement to combat anti-Semitism. I also raised with Prime Minister Starmer the worry about the rise of anti-Semitism in the United Kingdom. And he has promised me, of course, and he reiterated his stance that his government is fighting very harshly against anti-Semitism. So we know that there is debate, and debate is something legitimate, provided people know the facts.
In the middle here.
Thank you, President. My name is Professor Amnon Aran, and my question to you is as follows. You said in the beginning that that Hamas has procrastinated and also negotiated in bad faith, and that's why a deal has not been reached. But we've had a different narrative from the Israeli government, members of it, especially Minister Ben-Gvir, who said that he was proud to have blocked several deals, as has Minister Smotrich. And my question to you is, do you feel that you have used the full power of your office to suppress those kind of positions and their ability to prevent a hostage deal?
So I've used the full power of my office to get to a hostage deal and to assist the hostage families. No, because
that wasn't his question.
Because I don't think that the focus on Ben-Gvir and Smotrich is everybody's scapegoat. No. It's everybody's scapegoat, because I've been working with the hostage families and the military and the negotiating team and the Prime Minister and his team and everybody and the international community to get to a deal. And the issue is there could have been errors in the past, but I can attest clearly that in the last 6 months or 8 months, Israel has said yes to every proposal, and it was made clear. May I remind you that Ben-Gvir even left the government, and therefore it's this issue of saying because of them everything stopped is a mistake. Because the truth is, and I say it outright because I've seen also the intelligence, I see how this rhetoric of the jihadists, they say, yeah, we'll say yes in order to appease the world, but here we'll put the poison pill in that makes it impossible. And this works in terms of the good image, but the truth of the matter is, ask the Americans. President Trump said it many times. Even Witkoff, his emissary, said to me, okay, last week, and so made it clear that Hamas is impossible in the way they negotiate. He said these are bad guys. They don't want to move an iota in any term in the negotiations. And we should understand that. It's very easy always to blame Israel. But let's remember, Israel has released the worst kind of terrorists in those deals and was willing to do the same now. In the worst kind of terrorists, people that you will not imagine that will be freed, but to get our hostages back, we see it as a top priority.
Okay. Over here in the middle.
Hi there, John Ray from ITV News. You said a couple of times that you see all the intelligence. So can I take you back to Doha? Can you tell us whether that mission was a failure, given the reports that the targets escaped with their lives? And secondly, hit or miss, was it just a great big signal to the world that there are no circumstances in which Israel will do any kind of ceasefire deal with Hamas, given the fact that if they turn up to discuss the proposal, you try to kill them?
So as was said beforehand, of course, I wasn't involved in or aware of the operation, but because I was traveling here, but I would say clearly that this actually can be an opportunity to get to a deal, and Israel made clear even yesterday and today that it's open and wants to get to the deal. The deal is the end of the war, the exit from the war, and a hostage deal. And I can attest, let's analyze Khalil al-Khaya, for example. Khalil al-Khaya was the chairman of Hamas. And I remind you all that I said that they take decisions only by consent. So one dissenting opinion ruins the deal. Khalil al-Khaya was one of the perpetrators, planners, and instigators of the October 7th massacre. He was part of it, and he's known for that. He had blood of thousands of Israelis on his hand. And Khalil al-Khaya kept on like a slime, like carrying this.
We've had the slime before, Mr. President.
Unending. I don't know. I don't have any information as to the outcome of the operation at this moment.
Can you tell us something about the fact-finding mission that you've talked about?
Yeah, I think that if you want to study the humanitarian situation in a professional manner, rather than keep on repeating these declarations all the time when we know otherwise, and we have a monitoring system on an hourly basis of everything, from calories to electricity to water to food supplies to distribution and everywhere.
So is that an
we
invitation?
Have an argument. Yes,
President, is that an invitation to the international media to go into Gaza?
Not media. It's not my role.
You've been complaining about the media not reporting things right.
I offered a mission on behalf of His Majesty's government to come and study it.
Here on the aisle.
Thank you, Olivia O'Sullivan, Chatham House. Mr. President, I want to stay on the topic of a fact-finding mission. You've said repeatedly that you want people to understand the reality that you face and see for themselves. But in April, 2 British MPs, Abdeslam Mohammed and Yuan Yang, tried to visit Israel to do just that, and their entry was blocked. Are you saying now that you will allow British parliamentarians to come to Israel and assess the humanitarian situation in the West Bank and Gaza?